Okay. All right. I should be live and going. So hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode 2, another episode of the 1.9 series. I hope you guys are well, are fine, and I just wanted to do this video. Once again, I have some free time in this Saturday afternoon, so I wanted to just update you about what my progress is, what I've been doing. As I said before, during the week I'm pretty busy, so I can't really play the game that much. But yeah, I'm trying to do 6.3 at least like 2 times every single day, so that every like 2 or 3 days I can try to sell a custom map, and get 1 level of low frequency and variety. So compared to last week, you can see that I got now low frequency 26 compared to 24 that I had. But yeah, definitely I'm progressing much more slowly compared to my past series. But yeah, unfortunately just the way it is. And yeah, at the moment, I'm busy really with between work and studying theology. Yeah, I have a lot of that takes my time. Anyway, I just wanted to update you here on the research. I think I've got like most of the general research here level 15. I don't know if I already got it last week, but and then I got also this one level 10 cogeneration. Other than that, I have also maxed some general research, some normal research, sorry. So some towers I've just got the abilities or the levels to make sure I had that as well covered. You can see here Cannon, Multi-Shot, Venom, Tesla, Gauss. I think I got that. Other than the abilities I don't use, but I've got all of the other upgrades in the normal research. And then up here, I don't think I really got anything else. Because see my mining speed and my infrared mining speed is still level 25, right? That's halfway through, because it's like maxi level is level 50, so it's halfway through. And I think I got some research tickets, and I got them here for the loot slots for Matrix. This is the next miner that I really wanna upgrade at level 7, so I can upgrade it in the game up to level 10. And once again, it's a cost quite a lot of bits, so yeah, that's gonna be the next goal, where I'm gonna be using my research tickets if I earn them from the lucky wheel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I have also got some more research for Splash. I don't think so. I think it was mostly like Gauss. Yeah, I got Gauss like level 15, and also Crusher. I think I got like most of the upgrades level 15, other than the bonus experience. Level 15, and also Gauss here level 15, resource consumption. Also a little bit more of stats from the ultimate of Gauss and from the charging speed, I think, in level 3. Once again, because that's very useful. That allows it to charge faster, to just level up faster, to give more mining time to the miners. So of course I need to leave it for less time. So yeah, just trying to speeding up the gameplay. But I think that's it. I haven't really got anything else. Of course, remember, every time you play and 1 hour passes in game, try to go in the other market to see if you can buy something useful, especially chests or bits for either resources or for green papers. That's normally what I do. And yeah, I think I've done 1 gameplay on 6.3. Let me just check here the game. Yeah, 1 gameplay on 6.3 since the last time that I sold a custom map. You can see this is where I got the 1900. I'm getting around 1900 tickets for each map that I can sell. And you can see that the previous map I sold was right here. So I did 1 gameplay 6.3, 2, 3, 4, and then that's it. So of course in the meantime I did the daily quest, and also I did the in this case I did the daily loot, because I have just run out of the rarity tickets. I don't have them anymore, and so I decided to also keep progressing on the daily loot. Because I wouldn't be spending the tickets on the level where you need to play to get the quest done. So yeah, that's why I also been doing that. And yeah, so since here I've done 1 6.3, then the level for the daily quest, and then the level for the daily loot. So one level 6.3. So in the stream, I will try to see if I can play it 3 times, because normally I've seen that 4 times 6.3 already gives me roughly the amount of resources, tiles needed, so that then I can get again around the 1900 tickets, 1800 tickets, something like that, which should be pretty good. And yeah, we'll see. Also, guys, if you have any questions, I will try to show you here some tips that I've received. People that commented, trying to share with me some different strategies I could be using, and so I'll try to do that as well. Here I'm gonna first show you my current strategy now, considering that I have my Gauss especially they stronger. I can I need to place it a bit earlier. I can place it a bit earlier, just upgrading it faster, and also getting more double time. So all those things are very useful. And so but yeah, overall the gameplay is pretty much the same. Just the fact that every time that I get more loot frequency, I can I see slightly, you don't really see it that much, but you see slightly the improvement. So you see a little more loot, and so forth. So yeah. All right, let's see if that's enough. All right, so here these flying enemies should be fine though. Now, one main strategy they wanted to share with you is like a player told me to wait more. Like early game, yes, to keep some miners so that you can keep stacking, making the loot become more rare, but not to mine that much, because you can see here that I'm really placing the miners, upgrading them, so I'm really spawning many enemies, and of course this means that I'm getting lots of loot early. So in theory, with less loot variety, right, because less time has passed, so of course that means that the loot quality is a bit less rare. So he told me, yeah, try to, yes, have miners, but then try to wait more, just spawn a couple enemies every now and then, but try to hold it more, try to hold it for longer, to see, you wait the loot to become more rare, and then once you have enough coins, once you have enough resources, you can then place an Infinite miner, and you can only upgrade that one. So you don't place all these like matrix miners, you don't go for that, you don't really kill that many enemies, you don't allow your towers to level up that much, but you very simply just go for Infer, you go for the speed, and then you collect all the loot that now has become more rare because of the fact that you just waited more. And so yeah, to see if that would be better. I've tried it already by myself, and I didn't really see that much of a difference, because probably at this stage, like having loot rarity so low, loot rarity is like level 12. Yes, of course, if you just play for longer, loot quality increases, but I don't think it decreases by such a degree that then you can really see the difference, right? So yeah, that's just my view. But again, I'm gonna try to show it to you how personally I approach it and how I would do it, considering the research, considering everything. Yeah, here we go. There should be time to place the miner to get the flat coins. Remember, always going for this left side, these 5,000 and then 10,000 coins, very important. Here we go. This upgraded. Oops. Also this upgraded and this upgraded. Okay, that should be fine. I also got a bit more of research for freezing's second ability. So you can see that now it reduces a bit less the speed and increases more the percentage. So by going for these two first, I can actually reach 65% much faster. And yeah, that's why I got it in that way. Yeah, hope it's gonna be good. Here we go, 5-5. The offensive tower should be like level 7 other than freezing, that's level 8. And then of course splash, that's just level 5. I normally keep it there. I don't want to upgrade it more because it does already a lot of damage. So I don't want to damage the boss too much, at least in this phase of the game. Then going for these matrices. Yeah, normally that's good. You see already freezing percent is maxed out. So by level 3 I can, and then on strong targeting, I can slow down the boss even further. So here the loot being collected every now and then from different enemies, different miners. So you can see that sometimes the Infinite Miner is gonna spawn enemies that will not give any sort of loot at all for a certain period of time. Then loot is gonna appear once again, being given. So yeah, that's something weird that I also discovered. Yeah, there are stages of the game where the enemies coming from a certain miner do not drop any loot at all, and so you get loot from the enemies coming from other miners. So yeah, it's just interesting. There we go, level 4. Yeah, here because I'm talking, I'm not really doing everything as quickly or as efficiently as I should, but should still be fine. There we go, both magic is now level 5. You can see here more of the slots, so I can earn more of these items. Of course, these items are just chance to get them from like low quality to high quality. It's like an additional loot that you can earn. Yeah, but you know, you can sometimes get lucky. You can get like a legendary key, or you can get a legendary blueprint, or something that could be useful, that you could really get the value from it. So yeah, because it's just chance, why not? So normally here I maxed out freezing. It's already 4 great points, so it's just 1 level more left. So just max out this multi-shot again to maximize the extra coins. You can really see here the extra coins I'm earning. And again, time for the other miner here. On the right side. Level 5 it should be, yeah. Getting both of these splashes level 6 now should be good. And now getting, remember, always upgrade first the Infer in the left side, right? Because you have more towers, it's better. And then you go for the one in the right side. Always upgrade first the one in the left and then the one in the right. It's always best because you get the same amount of extra speed, right? And it's a bit less expensive, so that's good. Then here, something I like to do is once I get this minus installation time, there we go, I saw this and I upgrade this other matrix miner level 5 right away. So that's just a little bit difference that I do compared to before. And then I get this splash level with the ultimate active already, so I don't need to upgrade it any further. It should be enough to clear out the enemies, even though they get more and more HP, as they're being spawned. And yeah, so I like that. And now let's just upgrade both of these miners. Alright. And yeah, so strategy overall is pretty simple. It's pretty just some tweaks, every now and then, depending on the gameplay, depending on what I see that works. Also taking inspiration from your tips and advices. Level 8 here, nice. You can see that now the loot is less kind of present, so there are, yes, enemies are still dropping loot, but it's not so common, or at least it doesn't happen that much as it was before. So now the miners are level 8, I'm gonna just get this freezing a little bit more upgraded. Alright, that should be fine. Yeah, I should be able to get this Infia miner level 9 in the left, yeah. And then I go normally for the extra mining speed, which once again, once you get this upgrade, because you change the base speed of the miners, it's like you gain again more loot. I don't know why that is, but I've seen that works pretty consistently. Alright, we go level 10. and level 10. So once I will be able to upgrade these miners more. So level 6, 7, 8, I will try to do that, because in the meantime I'm also earning more matrix. So, and it's a resource that might be useful, that I can sell for green papers, or I can use to craft other stuff. So yeah, it's always nice. Here we go. And now this stage is where I get my Gauss. I rotate it down here, one hit, and then you just let it rotate. You upgrade it max out level 10 as soon as you get the coins, and you go first for the third ability, and then you go for the first, which once again maybe I will spend some resources to make it a little bit stronger, the first ability, because it's something very useful that allows you to get that extra damage right away. And after that I will just place sell multi-shot. I don't need the extra coins anymore, just placing another splash, going for the extra experience here, so that these cows also can hopefully get more experience, level up faster. And also it's another splash tower that we'll need for again to destroy the enemies faster later on in the very last phase of the game. There we go. The ultimate, you can see now the ultimate gives 4.2 seconds, so not anymore 3.2 but 4.2 seconds. So it's a full extra second that I'm giving to these miners, and of course that means that I can stack them much more quickly. So I need to have less time these Gauss on. Again, just around 20 minutes should be fine. Here we go. And then doing the same down here, just shooting towards this side and placing another Inframiner. At this stage you get tons of coins from oops, I messed up. Tons of coins from just the enemies. The fact that you're just spawning, killing tons of enemies, so you get millions of coins. And yeah, it's not really, it becomes a non-issue, like placing stuff, upgrading it becomes very easy actually. Now this stage is where loot is almost exhausted. You can see that very little loot is coming from the enemies, even though I'm killing like many of them at once. Also here going for more damage, why not? Again, trying to make these cows to be as efficient as possible, and then to give the passive here as fast as possible to both of these miners. Once the boss is on the right side, you can also upgrade this left splash a bit more if you want to. And once again, let's check here the time. Once again, more than 12 minutes, around 12 minutes should be fine. Should be plenty. Yeah, here we go. That's plenty of time. So after that, I normally maxed out this other Inframiner. This one, here we go. And I go for the ultimate on both these splashes on the left side. Now this is very important, because once you max this Inframiner that is also mining Tensor, you start spawning regulars, you start spawning armored, and healers as well. So those three type of enemies unfortunately are very problematic because of just how they can combo between them. And you can see that also Splash deals very little against regulars and very little against armored, and half against healers. So those three enemies are enemies that like Splash struggle a lot. So you need a lot of damage and the ultimate to be able to then clear them out. So that's what I normally do. And yeah, that's it. At this stage, no more loot. You can see that every now and then I get biddes from the enemies, but you normally get only like green peppers, and that's normal. That is to be expected. And then here normally I just keep playing until I get around 4.5 million green peppers right here. And that should be also around the time where you get 4 to 5 mined items in this very last Inframiner that you have placed. So that's normally what I look at. You can see that my towers, other than the splashes that can reach their max level, and like Anti-Air and Crusher, the others are still leveling up. Like you see, this freezing has to reach level 90 and is still leveling up. Still hasn't been able to reach, even though like I'm really increasing the experience it gains by a lot, but still it's pretty slow. And also that freezing is much lower. Of course, you don't really care about this. You just care about the reaching the maximum freezing percentage. So in that way, you can slow the boss for the maximum, right? So 4 items mined. We are currently at 4.4. All right. You can also get this extra experience multiplier as well. This top left slash as well is leveling up, but not that by that much. But again, you just needed to do a little bit more of damage and help you to clear up these regulars, these strong and healers. So yeah, that's all there is to it. And remember, you can also have this red splash, which I'm gonna upgrade right now, also level 10, maxed out. Because the boss has already been destroyed. You can see there are only 2 pieces of the boss, the head and the tail. And this stage, the boss starts moving very quickly. And so like it gets very quickly outside the range of your splashes, and it always can survive. Like you can always reach the base and just exit from it. So yeah, it's fine. I don't really mind. Mine 5 items. Okay, that should be fine, right? Yeah, here we go. I got also one last little bit this, and that's it. And in the gameplay, it should be around 15 minutes. Oh, now I got a rarity ticket, so that's good. Next gameplay, it should be able to earn a bit more rare items. And yeah, so let's see the other market though. So normally I go for this one. See, it costs green peppers, and again, legendary chests give you the resources that you really want, like tiles, like platforms, things that you can then sell on cast maps. When you have resources, just make sure that you have many of them, right? So for example here, this one, see, because I have lots of the matrix and I'm also mining matrix as I'm playing 6.3, I can very easily get this one. This current one though, you can see that, yeah, I don't mind that much of it. And so even though these ones could be potentially good, but I don't know if I'm gonna get them. Maybe this one, right? So yeah, just trying to always have enough resources left so that if you need any research, anything, you can have that. Of course, I would say that like this amount is way too much. Like even if you have like 10,000, I think base would be enough for the research, and so you can really go much lower. So yeah, that's just it. All right, let's just save the game. So that was the second gameplay on 6.3, right? Let me just check here the tiles. Normally I always look at the 100% tiles to see how many I have of those. I have 13. So in 2 gameplays, 13. Now I got the rarity ticket. So maybe now I can show you guys the strategy, right? Where you try to limit the amount of loot you're getting early. So you try to let the loot become more rare. And then once you have enough coins, once you have enough loot rarity from the level, from the time played, then you try to place an infinite miner, upgrade it, and then get all the loot like that. So of course, the strategy is gonna be a little bit different because of the fact that I will be, I think I will be selling the Scholar one, right? I should have enough coins at the start to do this. So to place the slowest one, it should be the Tensor, right? So yeah, 7.8, right? See base speed on the Scholar source, so it's only mining Scholar type of enemies. And so one single crusher should be enough to handle the enemies coming from this particular resource. Remember, Scholar, you get regulars, you get toxic enemies, and then you get armored. I think that's it. You don't get any other type of enemies. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill here the other platforms, again, to just try to make the path a bit longer. I can also place already a splash here, why not? And even here. And I think that's it, right? Even a freezing and start. So this strategy relies a lot on the generating coins passively, right? Getting these 15,000 flat coins, yes, very important. And then it relies on, yeah, coin generation. So of course, the higher your level of research on coin generation, the better it is. So yeah, that's just it. And yeah, normally I get here, unfortunately, like I would really love to get these extra 30 coins per minute, But if I go for this one, then I would need to wait one more level to get the other flat coins. So that's why I'm not gonna get this one. I'm gonna wait for the left upgrade, right, so that I can get the flat coins. It's gonna be very important because I don't have enough research. I think this anti-air I don't even need to upgrade it because there will be no flying enemies, even coming from the Infinitode. There are no flying enemies, so yeah. Just upgrading a bit Crusher. This freezing, probably I could be the tower that upgrade the most, so that it has more of this experience here. So yeah, let's just go for that. Also the freezer percent, hopefully it's gonna reach level 4. I'm gonna have this upgrade. But yeah, coin generation is very low, but yeah, it's fine. And because I'm not really killing that many enemies, I'm not earning coins from enemies killed. So that's of course why the strategy is like slightly different. Once again, I'm gonna try it. Of course, in this particular gameplay, I have the rarity ticket on. So it could be already that it's gonna give me a little bit more resources, better resources, just because of the fact that it has I have the rarity ticket on. But yeah, just a different approach. See, just different. So I think I'm gonna get a level 8 here. Yeah, just 43.6%. Even a level 8 is not gonna be that much. But again, I don't need to play for that long. I'm just gonna have this Infinitode, placing, upgrading it, and once I have enough coins, just keep upgrading it, collecting all the loot, and once the loot is exhausted, then that's it. The gameplay just ends. So I guess that should be okay. Yeah, here we go. So again, always going for the third ability so that you also gain more experience. So it should allow the tower to level up faster. And also strong, so that you slow down the boss. Now remember, it's not like once you have these 5,000 coins, it's not like you get the Infinite there. You wait until you get the other 10,000 coins, and then you get the miner placed. So that's normally what I do. Let's see if I can get this upgrade here. Level 8. Yeah, it should be 47. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Crusher, because it's so many enemies, so little enemies are being spawned. These enemies are really getting HP very slowly, like so slowly that you don't even need to upgrade this Crusher that much. These enemies are super weak, and they will keep being super weak throughout the entire gameplay until I can even sell the miner, and I can place when I place the other one. So of course, the strategy is very different compared to the strategy of when you have higher levels of lubrication and rarity, right? Because when you have higher levels of lubrication and rarity, you should also have more coin generation. You should be having lots of these things that allow you really to, you don't need to wait that much, right? You just wait until probably less than this, like 12 minutes, something like that, and then you place a miner at 12 minutes, so much sooner. And I would say that probably once you get the flat 5,000 coins, I think that's when you place a miner. If I remember correctly, like what I used to do. There we go. A little bit more freezing, because see now almost 60%. Of course, in this case, because it's much earlier, my loot frequency and rarity levels are much lower. My research overall is much lower. I'm generating less coins. My miners do not really have that much of a speed, right? And even the modifiers, right, are not really giving me that much of a speed compared to the maximum possible. And so of course I have to adapt it. And also I wanna let more time to run out. See here, we're going 20 minutes at the moment. More time so that loot can become a little more rare. You can see the enemies are still dropping the 3 loots together. So when you have this triple loot being dropped by one single enemy, it means that you still have the loot being stacked up. So like you're not consuming it. So the amount of enemies being killed and the amount of loot that normally you generate from the research is still being lower. So your total loot is higher than the amount than the enemies. and so you keep earning this three loot together. All right. Okay, so no one in the chat for the moment, but I hope that you guys can see this video. You know, maybe you can also watch it in another time whenever you're free. It's fine. I think I put all the I said all the information and everything, so the notification should be out of the live stream, but yeah, it's fine. So the goal is to try to make this Infaminer to go up to level 5, right? Also having my splashes that are around like level 5 as well. Maybe 6, 7, you know, maybe a little bit more. But the idea is to go for that. Alright, here we go. Flat coins, let's see, 16,000. So let's see if I place it right now. 4, if I do 5, yeah, 5 it's is enough. I have 7,100 coins left, so I think I'm gonna just go for this splash level 8 probably. I'm gonna sell this tensor miner. I'm also gonna get this crusher like level 7 just in case, right? And now let's see how it goes. Let's see if it's gonna be enough, this splash with this speed 79.1. Yeah, looks so, especially the light enemies. These are the problem. You can see that only the fighters at the very beginning gave me loot, and then now enemies are dropping one single loot. So you can see how quickly I exhausted all that store loot that I had, how quickly I got it. And so yeah, level 8 should be fine, because then once I reach level 20 I'm gonna go for the ultimate right away, and so it shouldn't be a problem. So I think I can aim for this Infernal level 6. So one thing I want to check out is if these enemies keep giving me loot. Right? Yes. Because like I remember that last time I tried this strategy, like at a certain point enemies didn't give me any loot at all, like for 1 or 2 minutes completely. And yeah, it was weird. So what to do next? Upgrade the miner level 7 or go for splash? I got the ultimate now. I also have the splash in the right side that potentially I could upgrade, you know. Maybe I could just save the coins to get the extra mining speed, right, on that. So enemies so far seem to be giving me constantly loot. Now remember, as I said last time, based on the... Yeah, here we go, see now? See? No loot. No loot, no loot, no loot coming. Just green peppers. See? No loot, just green peppers. No loot. That's just weird, right? You can see how weird it is. And we are 34 minutes, 35. Just want to see when enemies are gonna again be dropping loot, because I don't believe that the loot is already exhausted. It's not possible. Yeah, let's get this one. Yeah, now it reappears. See? It's just so weird how it happens. Like, even getting the extra mining speed right here seems to be correlated to the loot that enemies drop. But it's just weird. No, I mean, I'm gonna try it right here with you. But last time I tried it, I didn't really like it, because I think that when you have different enemies being spawned by different resources, right? You have Matrix, you have Vector, you have Scatter, you have Tensor, and you have Infer. Like, you are getting the loot from a different pool of enemies, and so it seems that it's actually higher. So yeah, I know that it could be perfectly wrong, but that's how it feels like. And as I said before, also I counted the loot, you know, at the end of the gameplay, because I tried to compare one gameplay to the other. I counted it, and again the loot was slightly lower So yeah. Now here, yeah, just upgrading this infant miner, I guess. Now I'm going for level 7. Of course, I'm earning more coins now, but these upgrades become very, very expensive. Okay, steal some loot here. Good. So in the previous gameplay, do you remember that like if I had to calculate the loot coming from all different enemies, I still earn loot until the boss was around like here, right? Maybe these turns. This is where the loot disappeared entirely. Now considering that I'm only spawning the loot from this source of enemies, let's see when it's gonna disappear. So I'm just curious to see here what happens. Okay, so I got a level 7 now. I'm not gonna go for like a Gauss, something like that, because I have very few enemies. So of course, it would take a ton of time for that Gauss to level up, and I would I would have to remove one of these speed miners, modifiers for the miners. So of course, I don't think it's worth it. Now only green peppers. Yep. I just want to see if... Oh, here we go. Loot again appearing. Okay, that was weird. So it seems that because I'm spawning the enemies from one single miner, that the loot keeps appearing for longer. So I'm not really exhausting all the potential loot, or at least I'm not exhausting it as quickly as I did before. But yeah, splash level 8 still going, kicking. No, I didn't have to upgrade it, so that's awesome. Maybe I could try to leave it like level 7 as well, maybe one less level. But yeah, I don't think it would change that much. So I'm on level 8. Let's see now the loot. Okay, again, no loot. If this happens for more than 3-4 minutes in a row, that means that I have exhausted all of it. There is no more loot to be obtained. Yeah, I think so. I got a barrier here from the miner itself. Yeah. Also because the splash is leveling up, so I'm gaining more stats, even though I'm not directly upgrading the tower. Yeah, I think the loot is exhausted entirely now. The boss is way too forward. Of course, I haven't been able to slow down the boss as much as I did before, because before I had freezings that were larger in range, that arrived to 65% much sooner. I also had a freezing on the right side, so I was able to slow down the boss a lot more, even in this right side. Now it didn't happen, so that's probably why it explains why the boss was already up here and I didn't gain any more loot. But let's try to keep going here. Level 9 of the miner. Okay, I got one loot there. That was weird, just one single piece of loot. Level 9. Of course, also the total green papers are much lower, because here 3.1 million. Wow, 3.1 million? Okay, I thought it would be a lot lower though, considering the fact that I'm killing literally... How many less enemies I'm killing here? Like... No, wait, this one is related to my other gameplay. I think I should be killing like 50 million, probably 50 million, 60... Yeah, 50 million less enemies. And I still obtained quite a lot of green papers. That's interesting. Let's see the gameplay here. I'm gonna just wait for it to be a bit below 1 hour. Maybe just mining. Yeah, here we go. I mined the 5th item. So I think now I'm gonna just end it. Right, 91 green, 91 bidders. Roughly, that's the amount I get from the usual gameplays. Maybe just waiting here to get the miner maxed out. Level 10. Yeah, 56 minutes. Again, here the experience multiplier maxed out. Level 9. Level 10. Yeah, I think... I don't know. Yeah, here we go. That's the last mined item. How many green papers here? 3.3 million. Yeah, I think I got a lot of green papers early on. Then, as the gameplay like still progresses, I think like you earn less and less green papers. I know. That feels like it's what's happening. Because I'm killing way more enemies now than what I did in the beginning, right? So for the first 20 minutes I killed just a bunch of enemies. Yeah, 1 hour, that's fine, I guess. 3.4 million. So let's check the items here. Now remember, I got now the rarity ticket compared to before where I didn't have the rarity ticket. So I forgot to do the statistics. This is the gameplay from before, right? So 8 of these special 4 blueprints. And now in this latest gameplay I did 15. With the rarity ticket though. Then here I got 10. Plus 9 is 19. Plus 5 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. 27 of these tiles, right? The quality tiles. So 27. And then here instead I got 7, 4, so that's 11, 13, 15. Yeah, that seems to be a lot lower. I mean, I know that loot is just chance, so you have chance that the legendary loot that you obtain is like these things, right? Or it could be the tiles, or it could be something else. But this seems to be much, much lower though. Like 15 compared to 27. Yeah, I don't know. So before I got these 2 tickets, now I got 4 tickets. By lucky shot tickets. Then let's compare the keys. Before I got 11, now I got 28. So yeah, I got a lot more keys though. So that's interesting. A lot more keys. Okay, why would that be? I don't know. Let's try to see here the bases. So before I got, I mean, I'm only seeing the legendary ones, right? Before I got no bases, right? Yeah, no bases. I only got 2 portals. Now I got 2 portals right here, 2 bases, and that's it. Then resources, I got here 1, I got 2 from this gameplay. Before I got 3 and 1, so that's 4. Of course I got a lot more of Infier. And then let's check out the platforms. So before I earned 1, 3, 4, 5 platforms. Now I earn already here 4 plus 3, that's 7. 9, 13, 15, and 17. So I earn more keys, more platforms, more of these ones, more tickets. I earn less tiles. Okay, that's weird, right? I think it might be just because of RNG. Because overall, it seems to be like roughly, if I just would add these numbers like 8 plus 10 plus 9 plus 11, I would just add all of them. And then I would add all of these ones. I think it would be very similar. Right? Maybe this one would be even higher because again, because of the rarity ticket. So, yeah, if we go to Epic here, 14 versus 23. Again, let's see the keys that before was very different. No, see the keys, it's different. Here is 37, now it was 23. So it was lower actually. Then this is 10, 14, 24. 24, that's 30, that's 40, right? 40 tiles. In this gameplay, before, 13 plus 5 is 18. This is 30, 40. Yeah, I earned exactly the same amount of tiles from before. It's 40 versus 40. So yeah, I don't know. As you guys can see, it's very difficult to see what's best, especially because before I didn't have a rarity ticket, now I did have it. So probably that was the influence in earning more. But yeah, the main thing is that of course you have much less resources earned in this gameplay, because if you go for this particular gameplay, you are mining less. You have a lot less green peppers as well, because you are killing less enemies total. And yeah, I don't really see that much of a difference, you know, in the loot compared to before. And before I didn't have the rarity ticket even, so yeah. Here I earn no acceleros here. Oh, 3, no, here. 3 versus 2 right now, right? let's see the gameplay though. How much it lasts before. I did 59 minutes 51, right? The playing time, then 14:59 the real play time. And then here it was, yeah, 15.06. It was almost the same, 1 hour. Almost the same. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys decide what you think is best. For the moment, I think that going for this strategy, it's too early. You know, I have too little low frequency, too little low rarity, especially I think low frequency, and I don't think it's worth it to see this change. So I can definitely get all of these ones, right? Because they're all resources I had a lot of. And accelerators instead, I'm gonna try to set them up. So I got a lot of bid this year. 457, 56, okay. So yeah, I mean, I prefer the other strategy because it allows me to gain more resources, more green papers. Loot seems to be almost exactly the same, even though I'm technically earning more early, so when it's less rare. And yeah, so I wouldn't really tell and know the difference. And especially the amount of tiles, really, what really didn't convince me was this little amount of tiles here. The total 7, 2, 2, 4. I think it's just too low. It should be like around, like, I don't know, 6, right? 6 each, but it's way lower. So that's the only thing that didn't convince me. I don't know. So yeah, I just tried it. I just wanted to share it with you. If you wanna change strategy, you know, every now and then, if you get bored of doing always the same stuff, you can always check, yeah, and do something else. So yeah, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna use the same strategy as before, and this should be the 4th gameplay total on 6.3. And let's see if I got already enough tiles and resources to then sell a cast map and get another level. In this case, I should be going for loot rarity, right? Because I have already 26 of loot frequency. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, you can definitely see here a lot more enemies in spawn. So I'm collecting all of that loot, early loot. I'm collecting lots of it. And of course, therefore, that means that that loot is not particularly rare or high quality. But again, at this stage of the game, I don't really think it makes that much difference. It becomes much more relevant and important when you start having lots of research, especially loot frequency, right? Once you have a lot of it, you really wanna prioritize it, or at least like having loot rarity level 20, so you can have more of that rarity already in game, and so it's you can really appreciate the difference in like earning loot a bit later, and so it's even more rare, especially if you have the rarity tickets as well. And the fact that I can also place more of these towers, I can upgrade more freezing, I can upgrade more, and all of these towers much more. I just like it, you know. It's yeah, it's just more active. But as I said before, at this point of the game, I don't think it's relevant. It really changes that much. So just go for whatever you think best. You know, you like more. I would say. All right. So just let me know, guys, in the comments if you have any questions, if you have anything that you might want to ask me about, you know, about the game, about progression, about anything else. I will be more than happy to share some information with you. Just my thoughts about it, you know, based on my experience. I think last time on the last live stream, I received a comment that, again, he was also giving me some tips, and yeah, some tips were pretty useful. But I received a comment that it was weird because they were saying that the strategy, the Infinitode 2 server, you know, the progression on low frequency and variety they share there, it's actually the best one. And I really had a hard time understanding why would that be the case. especially because I have done the video, where I just shared with you. I just proved it, that the progression they share about loot frequency and rarity, so going for loot rarity first and up to like 60, then you go for loot frequency, it's just bad. And I just show it, from just having the data that is actually, oops, I forgot. It's actually inferior to the strategy that I showed, where instead you prioritize and you go for oops, sorry. And you go for first loot frequency, so you always prioritize first loot frequency and then you go for loot rarity. And yeah, I received no reply. But yeah, again, let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Have you ever done some tasks? Do you know which particular strategy you like the most or works best? And yeah, just let me know based on your experience, based on your task, what you have discovered. And if there is actually an alternative way to progress, that it might be even better. I will be more than happy to reconsider and to just apply whatever is the most efficient, and we can really see it from the data. Of course, that's the best. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you know anything. But from what I've been able to see so far, still low frequency is the best one. You're always gonna prioritize low frequency over low rarity. You don't want to leave low rarity though at level 0. That's a mistake that I did the very first time I maxed out the game. That's a mistake that I did. And once again, then after doing some tests, I quickly realized that yeah, it was very bad. Because if you leave low rarity level 0, even if you have like the 50% coming from store research, prestige research overall, but it still is so low that you earn tons of the very low quality items, of the green loot. I just call it like that. And of course, that green loot that you get is a lot of it, and it's very low quality, right? You're gonna need lots of it to then craft it into higher tiers, into things that then are actually useful and you can sell. And so yeah, it's not the best. And then I just realized that if you just go for loot rarity up to level 10, so you get a total loot rarity of like around 150%, you already do not earn any more that loot. And it's so nice, right? Or at least you don't earn it that much. You just earn it at the very beginning, and then that's it. So as the game progresses, as the rarity increases, then you don't earn it anymore. And so yeah, that's exactly what you want. And of course, I didn't do the task, so I didn't know at that time that actually going for that would be the best. So yeah, we can always learn from our mistakes, from the experience of other players, other people. So the important thing is that that experience, oops, I forgot. That experience is actually grounded on actual tasks, and it's actually supported, by data, and it's not just something arbitrary or something that someone has come up with in theory but hasn't put into the task, because then testing it out might reveal that there are some inconsistencies, or maybe it does not work as well as you thought it would be. And once again, remember that level 6.3 is also very unique in terms of mechanics. Enemies being spawned by the miners, starting with low HP, then progressively getting more and more HP, regardless of the portal difficulty. And so yeah, all those things that we need to consider compared to like a normal level, right? If you farm custom maps or any normal level, you're not gonna have these issues. And so of course, then the strategy, the gameplay, the tasks might be completely different. So it just depends on what you go for. All right, here we go. You can see that as I'm talking here, I'm doing the stuff. And as I said before, I'm pretty sure that if I would just add and count manually all the numbers and all the level of all the loot, considering everything, right, I would get higher numbers if I go, and actually I know this because I've tested this, than if you go for one single miner. If you just spawn one single resource and you get most of your loot from that miner, like I did before, you get actually less. Oops, forgot to do this. No. You actually go and you have less total loot than if you gain it from different resources. So if you gain it from Matrix, if you gain it from Vector, if you gain it from Scatter, from Tensor, and so forth. So that's always the mechanic. Like, it seems that if you spawn different enemies, right, that spawn from different resources, the pool of loot where these enemies take from the resources that you earn is larger. Level 9, here we go. And so yeah, that's why I also like to go for this one, because this strategy right here, the fact that I'm spawning enemies coming from different miners, just increases the total amount of loot I get, because I'm spawning all these different enemies and not just the same 3, because the same 3 come from Inferior, so they're always the same 3 enemies. So yeah, that's just an additional reason why, at least this early, I don't like going for the shorter strategy, you know, when you go for one single miner and you go just for the Inferior, you know, you get all the loot from that. Then of course, as your levels of frequency and variety increase, then of course it becomes much more important or much more efficient to play for shorter time. You maximize that loot in that time, and then you reset and then you go again. So rather than doing one single gameplay that lasts like 1 hour, right, like in this case, then you go for let me just set up here Gauss. This, here we go. So you go for again, one miner. You maximize the fact that, you know, loot becomes more rare as time progresses, and yeah, you just go for it. 5,000. Here we go. So yeah, it becomes more efficient to play for shorter strategies, and even if, you know, you're mining, you're just getting the loot from those enemies, still is better, because you just play for that time, then you reset and you go again, and so you can play 6 from 3 much more consistently, and you might need to play it like 5-6 times, but because the gameplays are so short, then at the end of the day, it's much better than playing one single time for longer. And yeah, that's what I've been able to see. And yeah, that's why at a certain point, especially in loot frequency, I think I remember, like, once your loot frequency gets higher than like level 70, I think 70, 71, that's when you want to switch to the shorter strategies, where you play for little less time, and you go for the shorter strategy and one single miner, no? One single miner placed and getting all the loot from that. Also because the fighters, you kill the main fighter, and then inside there are 3 enemies, you get like 2 times loot, right, from the main enemy and then from the little ones. So you get lots of loot very quickly from that enemy type, and that enemy is only produced by Inferiors. So that's why also Inferior, it's the best resource to go with. And then also the resource that you're going to need the most to for research, because it's going to be needed. You're going to need millions and millions of Inferior to max out all the research that there is. It's the most required research and the resource. So yeah, that's also why you want to go for early levels of Inferior mining speed, you know, other than the modifier mining speed that I said is useful for any miner, for any resource you might be having. Okay, so here I left it for too much time, but whatever. Here we go, boom, easy. So let's see how much I have here. 4.1. Oh wow, 4.1 million. Still very early. Okay. Once the enemy gets into this turn, right? I don't know if you can even see my mouse, but because there are so many things flying in the screen. But once the enemy reaches this turn, is right here at the moment, right? Once he reaches here, this side, that's when you can also upgrade the splash in this side. You can get level 10 because the enemy is gonna start being hit by all these spikes that the ultimate produces, and so it's gonna just be completely destroyed. Even if you leave it level 6, it's gonna be destroyed by the splashes in the left side. So might they just go for level 10 and just destroy all the enemies faster. Alright, we got 3 items mined. Here is 6. Nice. 6 here. 6 here. You can see that these are the common items, the green ones. The blue are the rare ones. Then you have the purple ones. Do I have any purple? Yeah, here one. These are the purple ones. Sometimes you can even mine platforms, so that's good. And then of course you have the epic ones and then the legendary ones. The chance of mining higher quality items is of course in this particular loot from the miner, it's lower, progressively. It's much more rare that you're gonna be able to mine legendary items, but yeah, it's something that you can do. So I'm gonna get this upgrade, and then I'm gonna level up this right splash, level 10. Here we go. Let's just annihilate the boss. You can see the bar here going down, the middle HP going down, being destroyed super quickly, and boom, all the body destroyed, and now it's just the head and the tail. Alright, let's see here. 4.4. Okay, 94 bites. Okay, seems to be a little bit higher. Just remember, also bites is just RNG. Sometimes a little bit more, less. Bites is not really your goal at this stage of the game. You wanna earn a loot. Loot is your priority. Loot, like resources, green peppers, those things are super useful. How many items I mined? 5. Okay, even 1 key. 1 epic key. Yeah, even portals can be mined. I don't know, bases. I think also bases can be mined. I don't know really the chance of mining a base, but I've seen it sometimes. Other than sources, also bases being mined. Okay, here we go. I also got 1 more mine item, even more bids. So yeah, that's it. And let's see. Oh wow, nice! I got 2 right tickets, so now I should be good. And once again, here, if I just remember from before, right? You can tell already that here I earned once again more tiles, less of these ones, special blueprints, and less keys, but more of these tiles. And remember, these ones are the important ones because from these ones you get the platforms, the things that then you actually place on a cast map. So 15, 7 here, so that's like 27, that's 34. So I got lots of them, and that's good. That's very good. So yeah, I like that. And now, oh, I didn't. 3 seconds. Well, if I had waited 3 seconds, I could have another item market to be reset. Actually, I can try to do it here on this one, right? If I just play like this, should be fine, right? If I just play 3 minutes here, I should be able to reset the other market, and this normally doesn't consume the rarity tickets. So doing daily quests doesn't consume rarity tickets. So it should be fine. Oh yeah, that's bad though. These enemies are bad. Oh well, whatever, I was able to do it anyway. Good. Yeah, this one. Okay, so should have a pretty versatility here of towers. Damage on the enemies should be pretty nice. 3 minutes here. Yeah, so that should be good. I just end this gameplay. I didn't consume any rarity tickets, and I should have reset the market. Yeah, here we go. Nice. So I can definitely go for this one, right? This one, green peppers, yes. Even this one, green peppers. This one is again, it's Yeah, why not? It's just color, but I have 60,000, should be enough. All right, here we go. So with that, this should be already fine to sell another cast map and to get more levels of frequency and variety. So let's open first the chest. Right, remember I have the chest obtained from loot on 6.3 plus the ones obtained from the other market. So let's use the keys here. Good. Right, I normally don't even check what I earn. It's fine, know whatever I earn. And then let's open this one. These ones are the most important ones. See here, bases, portals, sources, and platforms. These are all things that then you get prestige tickets from. And you never earn from these tiles. You never earn like biddies. You never earn tickets. You never earn what else? You can legendary stuff you can earn. Yeah, other stuff that like you don't place on cast maps. It's all things every time that you place on cast maps. So that's a cool thing. All right. So even if I'm gonna be using one of the rarity tickets on the cast map, I think it's fine. Remember, the progression of the frequency and rarity takes priority, so you always wanna do it first, and as often as you need to. Here, good. Shadowblade, hi, welcome to the stream. First comment of today on the chat. I know that very likely some people joined before and have been watching the stream, but yours is the very first comment. I should be making maybe some rewards. No, I don't know. All right, let's always do this. Remember, very important, so that you always are earning green peppers and you keep upgrading your total. Let's just go for 1300. That's fine. Here, let's go for 1280. And here, let's go for 700. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. So I have enough of these ones left. Yep. Something else? Nope. So let's just save. And let's go for the cast map. Remember, it doesn't matter that you have endless research 900%, because I'm gonna be placing a base here that disables research. Oh no, wait, I forgot to craft. Oh yeah, my bad. Crafting the platforms. Now here I don't really have that many, right? Yeah, 8. So I'm gonna start already from the very red ones. Remember, from low tiers to higher tiers. Always go for the maximum. Craft as many of these platforms as you can. It's gonna require you're gonna be spending some green peppers, remember, but it's very important that you do this. So you place as many of these platforms as possible. And especially at this stage of the game is very important. Like later on, as you start earning millions of the tiles and stuff like that, then it's not really that important. You can just sell whatever non-legendary platforms you earn. You can just sell it for prestige dust, then you can just craft the dust, whatever. But early on, it's very important that you do this process, so you maximize the platforms and the prestige tickets earned. Good. Yeah, it's just a process that you need to repeat, but eventually you get the gist of it. There are no hotkeys though to do this, especially like to have a hotkey that already automatically lets you select the maximum amount of tiles. It would be nice if they would add something like that. Is crafting research tickets worth it? They are pretty cheap to craft. Yeah, I don't like crafting research tickets for the very simple reason that you end up spending prestige tickets. So remember, these ones you wanna use them mostly for lubrication and variety. Like you don't want to really use them for other things. And they cost also 5 lucky wheel tickets and also 6 acceleros. So I would say that for these two, it's better if you try your luck on a lucky wheel and you can earn 2, 3, 4, even more of these tickets at once. So spending the same resources here, you would like earn 4 times more. So that's why I would say that it's always better to go for the Lucky Wheel and try your luck there, and try to earn the research tickets directly, because you can earn 2, 3 more at the same time and not just one. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But definitely, you know, crafting them, it's just simple, easy, and you can just do it right away. So I guess for the Lucky Wheel, sometimes you're gonna need some manipulation. It might take a little bit longer. So yeah, it's not that easy. All right, here we go, placing everything here. All the platforms first. I already know that I have some bases where I have extra range being given, and so I don't need to save up any other of these platforms. I can just place them all. Oops, I messed up one here. Okay. Now here, just placing one already. Here. Yeah, just like that. Just create the path here, as always, C shape with a 340% portal. And a base here. Let's see if I got a base. Nope. The disables both. And it's working on platforms and research. No, I don't have any. Oh well, whatever. Let's just go for this one then. Right, range 20%. Remember, at least 20% range is fine. The legendary core. Then let's place the resources. Right. All these ones should be high, very high value. I will be selling these things here in the middle, so that's why I don't care about the enemies doing that weird progression that we're walking. So 61, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's place everything. I think I should be able to place like all of these ones. I'm gonna just prioritize the ones that I know they are a higher value. But I should be able to place all. And actually I'm gonna need to, because in that way I can just earn as many prestige tickets as possible. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I might not be able to even fill the entire map, you know? I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of these resources, you know, to fill everything up. Let's see. Yeah, because there is still a lot of space here. As long as I have as many tickets as I can, it's fine. So yeah, I think I should be able to place all of them, right? So I just start placing them like random. Maybe. I can just fill then the last of the map with some weird stuff. So it should be fine. 2, 4. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I'm saving up though these 500% sources. I'm not selling them. I might be needing them for cast maps, so yeah. Here we go. Yeah, placing all the resources. Nice. Now let's just see here. So here Shadowblade says, how do How do you manipulate the lucky wheel? Last stream you said that you need to play a game to change the outcome, but it didn't work for me. All methods I try don't change the outcome. I think I'm gonna try to show you later, once I finish selling this custom map, what I mean by that. So definitely placing a music tile here. It's 100, and I placed already a core. I can place also one of these ones. It's 100. Why not? Then that's it. And then road are gonna be 50. So I can place until I have like 100 roads left. Alright, here we go. And then the rest is gonna just be profit. It's just 2 MP. I have 1700. So I have tons of them. So why not? I just feel it's gonna be very low value that they're gonna add, but at least it's better than nothing. Right? And then let's go for this. Again, teleports 300 map value. Not a lot, but it's definitely worth adding and placing. Yeah, if I reach, it's not gonna be 600 though, so it's gonna be a little bit lower map value compared to the usual ones I sell. So maybe I could have played one more, 6.3, so 5 times. But yeah, it's fine. Because I just need loot, right? I need less resources. Less prestige tickets, so it should be fine. There we go. Why am I earning solid resources here? Oh yeah, because I have this. Because this is actually reducing by 50% the score that I'm earning. That's why. Okay, so definitely guys, you don't want to place this one, because otherwise it's gonna just half your score. It's gonna be much harder to get to 4000%. But I guess yeah, just worked. Thankfully my crusher was strong enough. Yeah, 1600 tickets. Yeah, not the best, but I'll take it. I can have one more level here, so that should be 2613. Good. And then also I'm gonna then sell right away all the tiles that I don't need. So this one's, for example, yeah, let's just start the 340% portals. I have all the other ones start, so it should be fine. I also start some 350, but I think I can just remove them, right? I don't think I need them. I should have enough 340% portals until the end of the game for all the maps that we'll be selling. So yeah. Also, I'm keeping for the moment the 500% and the 490% portals. They might be useful also later on. Here we go, selling all this. Good. Prestige. And also bases, I think I didn't have any new base that had range. Right? Yeah, no. So I got this one. I have already started all of these ones. This is a new one. No. Range 10%. Yeah, it's too low. Okay, so should be able to be fine selling all these ones. Remember, the things that you start, even if you select them, you cannot sell them. So that's why I can just select everything, right, with the hotkey, and I can know that these ones are not going to be sold. So yeah, that's the idea. Alright, so now I can craft these extra tickets, right, from the dust. How much I got here? 386. Okay. So next upgrade, definitely, I think I will play 6.3 5 times next time, so I can make sure I earn those 1900 tickets, so that then I can have the next level of loot frequency, right? And yeah, you know, slowly progressing. So here, Shadowblade, about your question, manipulating the luck wheel. Now you can do that. Now last time, unfortunately, I showed something that I thought it worked, but it didn't anymore, because of the fact that you need to play for a certain amount of time. Like if you enter into a level and you play for a certain amount of time, you end the game that's when the wheel changes. But you need to create a new wheel. You need to click this. You need to run that wheel at least once, and then you need to exit, and then you need to retry it. And so I mean, you create one wheel, then you exit, right? You play a game on a level, you save, and then you go back, and then you're gonna see the next wheels have changed. So that's the idea. So I see here one ticket, see, but I have 2 multipliers of ×2, so I could potentially earn up to 4. Of course, you need to be very lucky, but it could be. In this case, I earned 2. Now here, I already saved the game, right? I'm pretty sure that I saved the game after I saw the map and the tickets. So now this is the stage where you can decide to do, okay, I got 2 tickets. Potentially, I could have got 4, right? So I can try my luck. I can reload the game. I can try to change maybe something in the previous wheel. I don't know if I could change something from the previous wheel, because yeah, because already I got at the end. So yeah, this was useless because I cannot change the probability. See here that the previous wheel, I don't have any more times. So yeah, the next wheel is gonna be again the same, and I'm gonna have the exact same outcome as before. So, but when you can change the probability, remember always to modify the previous 2 wheels 1 time, 2 times, to then see if the wheel changes, and so you can earn maybe 4 tickets. Sometimes I mean, most of the times the probability is going to be worse. So instead of 2 tickets, you might be earning 1 or none. But I mean, if it's possible that you can earn more tickets, then go for it. So here, normally I always shoot again using acceleros, right? The first time, because it's just 10. Then the second time I tried, I normally go for the lucky wheel tickets. I know this consumes the lucky wheel tickets, but in that way I'm saving up acceleros. So yeah, that's why I like to do. Here we go. And then I got the tickets already, right? Yeah, here we go. So it's always the same outcome. And now with those 2 tickets, I think, as I said before, I'm gonna be doing upgrading the matrix miners, right? Now, can I do anything else? Now, definitely there is also this research that is very expensive that I could get, so that it out replaces 1 quest. You guys have told me that it's very bad. It doesn't work that much. I mean, it just does it for one time, and then that's it. It doesn't automatically replaces all the quests as you complete them. But yeah, this could be one potentially. This one, can I use here? No. Okay. And then, I mean, some of the most expensive ones are these ones, where you upgrade the powerful ability. You add just 1% more, so that's why I don't really like it. I don't know why it's so expensive. It just adds 1% more. So, but yeah, super expensive, this one. And then remember the tower specifics ones. There are some abilities here that are in the hundreds and hundreds of bits, and that you need many to upgrade them. Another thing that's very expensive are abilities, are the modifiers. Once you go, and the abilities, once you go past 10, like the last 5, it's super expensive. So here you can see nuke 480 bits just for 1 more, right? Even mining speed, you can see to have 1 more is 600. So yeah, these ones are super expensive. And yeah, just remember to use the research tickets on things, yes, that are expensive, but on the things that you know you're gonna use. So don't just waste them on stuff that, yeah, it's expensive, but then it's not really useful for me in my gameplay, in my progression. So that's why I'm gonna go for this one, even though it's not the most expensive one, but it's still something that I wanna get. So yeah, let's just use it just like that. And now that I'm here, let's just wait. Wait, I got 2 tickets here. Did I got another one from opening the packs here? No, it can't be. It can be, right? No. Yeah, I don't know. My custom map gameplay didn't consume the rarity ticket. I just got 2. Was it because I placed this? Right, this? Yeah, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. But, I didn't consume it. Okay, well, I'll take it. Custom maps never use rarity tickets form. Oh yeah, they do. I know they do because for me, it always, they consume it always. Like all the last maps I saw, they always consume 1. So I guess it's something probably that I placed differently from the other times, which didn't, which made the map to change and didn't consume it. Because for me, it always consumes once, because it's one gameplay, right? It's one gameplay where you're actually earning stuff. Because in a cast map, it doesn't look like, but you're actually earning. You earn stuff. And so it's classified as a level where potentially, because you earn loot, you earn more loot. So the rarity ticket is active and it's used and it's consumed. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I'll take it, I guess. And what did I want to do? So I got the 2 levels here. Oh yeah, the lucky wheel. Let's go for the lucky wheel here. Let's see. So I get another one here too, and another multiplier. Now this one might be extremely unlikely because especially beforehand, I already got the tickets from the previous wheel, so I already manipulate a little bit the previous wheel because I make it round, I make it go around more. So yeah, if I don't get the multiplier right now, I'm gonna just reset it. Yeah, because see here, after the 3rd time, the multiplier disappears and you don't have any more, right? So yeah, I mean I'm also spent lots of acceleros to reach this, so it's not good. So you just reset. So I got super lucky today and got 6 research tickets without manipulating. Wow, that's super good. That's very nice. And yeah, once you have that luck, it's the best feeling, really. And so yeah, super nice. I think the highest amount of tickets I've ever got, but I needed to manipulate a little bit, were like 12. I think 12 has been the highest amount I've ever been able to obtain through the wheel. So you had the 3 tickets with a 3 times multiplier. Well, that's actually 9 though, right? No, I think it were 2 tickets with a 3 times multiplier. Yeah, so that would be 6. So yeah, I'm not gonna go through that wheel here. I'm not gonna try to manipulate because you can see if I had to manipulate, I would need to shoot again this one. It would be tons of acceleros. And remember, that's just for 2 tickets or potentially 4. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. So I'm gonna just generate a new one. And now here, this one, I'm gonna save it though. So here, save it. So in the case that you get another wheel with research tickets, you start already from closer, so you don't have to run all the wheels before. If you save the game, I think you can play right away, right? Yeah. So yeah, just keep going. So again, here is 1 ticket with a 2 multiplier. Yeah, not the best. Just for the sake of it, let's see how it goes. If I'm lucky, if I get it right away. No, I didn't got the multiplier, so I'm not gonna go through it. Okay, let's reset. And remember, the only penalty is time. So you just need to wait here 40, I think it's 45 seconds from when you reload to be able to play the wheel again. So yeah, just time, I guess. Okay, yeah. So last 5 minutes, guys, and then I have to leave because there is the F1 sprint race incoming. Right here in Italy, it's almost 7 p.m. And so they are doing the race in Austin, Texas. They're running, Formula 1 is racing there, so I like a lot Formula 1 and I want to watch the race. So I'm gonna just go watch it after I finish this. Okay, so now we are here. Okay, so this one already not good. Let's keep playing. Okay, no tickets here, so this is where I'm gonna save. Liam 0 L, hi, welcome to the stream. You're coming, Liam, as I'm gonna stop it, or I mean, I just have a couple more minutes since the sprint race of Formula 1, so yeah, nice to have you for these last minutes. No tickets here. Yeah, this is not good. So here I got 2, but no multiplier. I mean, I can try. I can always reset. But yeah, 2 tickets is normally like you want to start manipulating the wheel once you have a chance of earning like 3, 4 or more tickets. You know, that's when you really want to push your luck a little bit more. But for just 2 tickets, yeah, I don't know. Let's just do it one last time. Oh yeah, here we go. No, nothing. And I mean, here I could potentially try to manipulate. So try to the wheels right before it, right? So I think there was one wheel, no tickets, another wheel, no tickets, and then there was that one with the tickets. So one of those 2 before, I could try to make it spin once. So again, that changes the odds of the outcome of the wheel, and then try to see if I earn the tickets. I can do it like, I think I'm gonna do it 2 times, up to 2 times. If I don't, then I'm gonna just whatever, I'm gonna just keep going and playing. Yeah. So just the time penalty. Okay, nothing there. So yeah, here, new wheel. So because this one has no multipliers, I'm gonna try to manipulate this one once. Here we go. Alright. Here is the one with the wheel. So now the outcome should be different. The odds are different now. Let's see if I get lucky. Normally I like to get the tickets in the first 3 runs. If I don't get it in the first 3 spins, then I just reset. Because it's just not worth it, the amount of both lucky wheels, tickets, and acceleros I earn. So yeah, here we go. Not worth it. So let's just reset. Let's try to do it 2 times, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Again, just for 2 tickets, remember, it's not really the best. You wanna do this a lot more when you can potentially earn, you know, 6 tickets, 8, 10, or even more. Well, I mean 10, I think you can never earn 10 because you only have 2 times multipliers or 3 times multipliers. So like, you can only have 1 or 2 tickets that appear. So I guess you can only go for like 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 16, and yeah, all the multipliers after that. But I think like 10 is not possible. Alright, so 1 manipulation here. So just 10 acceleros, remember, very low. And let's do another manipulation right here with another 10. Here we go. Let's see now. So that should be 2 manipulations. So again, the odds of this wheel should be different. You can see the items I'm earning, or the spinning of the wheel is different. Okay, 2. Nope. 3, last one. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So you can see, guys, you can try your luck. Remember, always manipulate once, twice. You can even do it 3 times, 4 times, depending on how many potential research tickets you could be earning. Remember to try to manipulate as many times as you see fit. And remember always to look at the efficiency. So if in order to get, I don't know, 6 tickets, you need to spend 300 acceleros, it's not worth it. So just remember always about that. Never go too hard, and never always look at the cost and efficiency. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream, because yeah, the sprint race of Formula 1 is about to start, and I will be leaving for that. So again, thanks for joining in. Thanks for all of you who watched the stream, even if you didn't write anything. No, don't worry about it. I hope once again that these videos are helpful for you to know how to progress, just exchange some ideas. Maybe you can give me some tips as well. So remember always to comment. And yeah, thanks for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. God bless you. Bye bye.